Okay, so this is gonna be like a mini vlog update thing. And yes, I'm recording it on my phone because my computer hates me. Story of my life. So everyone knows the big election's over. Trump's our president. Uh I kind of just wanted to talk about this. Both of my parents are Trump supporters, and I'm sure at least a few people who watch this video, maybe all of them, a lot of them, whatever, are Trump supporters too. And, that's whatever. Everyone can vote for whoever they want to. That's the whole purpose of the voting, and that's why they have multiple candidates. But I feel like this election, out of all of them, have gotten really out of hand. Like, I've heard about schools postponing exams because the students were afraid of their mental health and they were upset after Trump won. People aren't going to work, people aren't going to school because they're upset about it. And honestly, I really don't understand that type of mentality. Like, is this the only president you have never wanted to be president? Because I personally know a lot of people that didn't want Obama to be president. My dad is one of the biggest anti-Obama people I know. And you know what? He got up the next day and he went to work. And at that point, that was what, 8 years ago? He was 73 years old. And he got up and went to work. He didn't sit in bed and mope and cry and eat pizza. And I think that's a little ridiculous. Normally I've kind of kept politics off of my Facebook, off of my YouTube. And I've also kept personal opinions off of Facebook, off of YouTube, and stuff like that. But it's getting to the point where it's really ridiculous. They get offended or they worry about their emotions about the silliest things. Like, next it's going to be, oh, my football team, didn't win the big football game last night. I can't go into work. I'm too distraught. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. And I definitely didn't vote for Trump. And if you did, that's fine. You can vote for whoever you want to. I'm not going to diss you about it. But, like, really, why are people so distressed about it? Like, I'm distressed about it. I'm upset about it. I didn't want him to be president. But you know what? He's now the president, and, I never made threats to leave the country because I know I can't leave the country. I don't have the money to leave the country, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people that said they were going to leave the country don't have the money to leave the country. People are posting up suicide notes and talking about that they need to assassinate the president and the vice president, and it's like, so just because you don't like the guy and more people in America voted for him, he deserves to die? Like, that doesn't sound like the American way. Oh, I don't like that guy and he's in a position of power, he better die. I can understand if Trump does something extremely drastic, like, makes a Hitler move and genocides an entire, race, then that's different. Then maybe he deserves to die, but just because he won, he doesn't deserve to die. I mean, that's really ridiculous. That's going on the point of, like, you're becoming homicidal. People are becoming homicidal and suicidal all because someone they don't like became president. And it's silly. It's honestly silly. This is not how Americans are supposed to act. Like, he's the president. He's most likely going to be the president. I mean, you gotta accept it at some point. If you didn't want him to be president, well, I mean, I didn't want him to be president, and I'm not, becoming homicidal and suicidal about it. I have bigger things to worry about. Even though I know that him being the president, like, that's a big thing. And I don't personally agree with pretty much a good percentage of what he talked about, but that's not here or there. It's how people are acting that I don't understand. Like, if Hillary had become president, I'm pretty sure people would be acting just the same way, just towards Hillary, not towards Trump. And people shouldn't act that way towards anyone unless they have a big reason to. And right now, like, I know he said a lot of, I guess, stupid things. He said a lot of stupid things, but I don't think that means he deserves to die. I don't think he deserves to die just because he became president. And I don't think people should kill themselves because they have a president they don't like. Like, if you really think your life is no longer worth living because you have a president you don't like, not to mention that the president doesn't have unlimited power. It's not like he can wave his hand and make everything he wants happen. He has Congress under him. And it's a lot of bullshit to go through to get anything passed. And I'm not saying that it's not possible, but not everything does get passed. It's not like he can just wave his hand and build a wall. That it doesn't work that way. It's going to take work from him and work from the government and states, and people are taking it way too far. If you think your life is no longer worth living all because Trump is president, then I suggest move somewhere else where the government is more towards your liking. And out of everything, I'm pretty sure there are plenty of nice places to live, but if you can afford it, then do it. And if you can't afford it, you just ask yourself, like, is your life worth giving up just because Trump is president? And I think the answer is going to be no. I think the whole thing's silly. People just need to calm down, take a deep breath, reevaluate everything, and just calm down, people. Like I said, I didn't want Trump for president either, but he's our president now. So, you gotta learn to accept it. I honestly voted for Hillary because I'm one of those people that, and this is gonna sound stupid because I'm kind of contradicting myself throughout the whole thing, but third parties never win. And that's because not enough people vote for third parties. And, so I think, honestly, that if you vote for a third party, you're voting for pretty much whoever wins for president because the vote isn't going for the other person. So, yeah, like I said, kind of contradictory. Third party doesn't win because not enough people vote for them, therefore don't vote for them because they'll never win. And that's how I look at it, at least. I know a lot of people that did vote third party, and more power to them. I wish third party would win. But I voted for Hillary because I thought she was the lesser of two evils, but honestly, I would have been upset if either of them won. So, I just knew a third party wasn't going to win. Honestly, I was a Bernie supporter. I was a huge Bernie fan. I wanted him to win so badly, and he was kind of gone before everything kind of got up and running, so yeah, that's my views on it. Go ahead, say what you will about me for voting for Hillary. I know she's a liar. I know the emails. I know that everyone that gets around her ends up dying that goes against her. I know what was said about her husband. I know it all. But I thought she was less bad than Trump. So yeah, that's saying something right there, I guess. But, you can vote for who you want to. I'm still gonna love you. I respect your opinion. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is the Trump riots. it seems like everyone's become either offended by everything or really hateful towards everyone and everything. Like, you're either one or the other. And I really don't get it. I really don't. Um, like, the people that, half of the people that didn't want Trump to win, they're moping and eating pizza and not going to work or school. And the other half that didn't want Trump to win, they're out rioting in the streets. Or, as far as I know, only 2 cities actually got to riot status. But I mean, come on. And then I'm also noticing Trump supporters, and I'm not saying this about every Trump supporter, but a lot of them are like using what the stupid things Trump has said to fuel their own hate. And I don't get that. Like, why do people want to be so hateful? And I guess I really can't say much because I mean, I am white, and the whole white privilege thing, which yes, I do believe exists. But then I'm also part of the minority for being pansexual. So, I'm also stuck in the group that's being demoralized and hated on. Not so much as like Asians are or Middle Easterns. And I think it's stupid because we're all Americans. They moved here for a reason, or their ancestors moved here for a reason because it was better, and we're basically just throwing it in their face like, hey, this really isn't better than where you came from. You should leave because we're all racist a-holes, and people are fearing for their families and their friends and themselves, and I don't understand it. I really don't understand how people can be so hateful. Like, do you not have something better to do? Like, get a hobby. Seriously, get a hobby. Like I said, not everyone's like that. Obviously, it takes a very special mindset to make someone else fear for their life or their family or their friends' lives. That, that starts somewhere else. Obviously, it didn't start with Donald Trump. I mean, unless they've been like best friends with Donald Trump their entire lives, which, I mean, how many Trump supporters could actually say that? So it didn't start with Trump, but I feel like people are taking some of the words that he has said and they're misconstruing them and using them to their own advantage to do what they like. But I hope everyone is staying safe, stay out of the riots, don't get caught up in them. That's bad juju. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hateful people, please pick up a hobby. Go collect stamps or something. Just stop being hateful towards people in general. I mean, let's face it. I'm mainly Scottish. I don't belong here. I belong in Scotland at that point. But my mom was born in America. My grandpa was born in America. My dad was born in America. And my dad's Irish. I was born in America. That, I've never been out of the country. I haven't even been to Hawaii. I've never been, like, to Canada, Mexico. I've never been over any part of the ocean to even to an island. So, I mean, how much more American does that really get? What exactly does it take to be an American? Because America is considered the melting pot of the world. And I don't think anyone is really considered like pure-blooded American, because we all came from somewhere else at some point. All of our ancestors at some point came from somewhere else. You can't say that 2,000 years ago, your ancestors were American, and their kids were American, and their kids were born in America, and their kids were born in America. No one can say that. So it's so silly. Everything's getting out of hand, and I don't understand that. I think everyone just needs to calm down, take a deep breath, and just calm down. And if you fear for your life or your family's life or your friend's life, I hope you guys stay safe. I am worried about people, the riots, and people are being beaten up. And there's hateful stuff on YouTube and on Facebook, even on my Facebook. There's hateful stuff everywhere. My friends are getting crap for being Trump supporters when they didn't support Trump. Like, they didn't vote for him. So I really don't understand it. But, like, if someone else has a different opinion than you, respect their opinion. You know, people voted for Trump, people voted for Hillary, people voted third party. But that's the reason we have elections, is so people can vote who they want to. And I understand it didn't turn out the way a lot of people wanted, didn't turn out the way I wanted. And I'm upset about it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty upset about it. But, I'm not running around in the streets threatening people. I'm not threatening my own life. So guys, just stay safe. And stop being so hateful. I know I've already said it, but stop it. It's not right. And it's not American-like or human-like. The people that are getting targeted, they didn't do anything to you. They didn't personally do anything to you. So just stop it.